Who here has already done that or seen it? Raise of hands. Alan's thinking really hard. Digital thumbs up. Not really. Okay.
Done the, like when you say like use that new Facebook ads experience in command? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
have not.
Have not. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this will be fun then. Okay, let me go ahead, share my screen. Crystal said just at Mega Camp. Awesome. I saw you in the office yesterday and I heard you were looking at getting one going as soon as possible. So really cool. It's a different experience. Because Crystal was in the office, so much fun, and she's going, hey, the last time I ran an ad, there was this wait time before it went out, right? And if you're always sitting in open house on a weekend, I want to promote that. Part of the new experience is I don't want to promise a immediate release, but they're going to push those things out, and within their aim is to do it within 24 hours, right? So even that's one already like, wow, that's super amazing and a totally different experience, helping you do what you need to do, right? So if you are dual wielding your screen, that'd be perfect. Follow along if you like. And if you get totally engrossed in it and not answering my questions when I ask, I totally understand because you're doing your Facebook ad in command, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, let's move us here. Cool beans. And so we're looking at Facebook ads, we're looking at campaigns. Now, to get started, if you did run a campaign before, there we go, moving that toolbar. Sorry. If you did run a campaign before, it is going to ask you to reconnect, right? And with the changes in Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, it seemed very overwhelming. And if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? So when you hit campaigns, and speaking of getting connected, if you went to your connect and you typed in, hey, I'm having an error message, how do I connect my Facebook and Instagram to campaigns and whatnot? Um, it's a pretty detailed walkthrough. And like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I had a hard time following that walkthrough, to be completely honest. Like it's pretty intense, right? Click here and you should see this. If you go to paid ads and you're doing it for the first time, when you click on paid ads, these training videos, they're golden. They're super easy to follow. And it's kind of the only place I found this specific setup for success, actual video walkthrough of it. So I highly recommend if you do find that you're having a little bit of trouble, back out of the ad itself and the connection and your settings and watch that video, right? And walk through with the trainer doing that video and connecting the Facebook account. It made a world of difference for me. Okay. And then of course they talk more about the paid ads itself. Um, oh, they spoiled the thing by saying powered by AI right there. So lots of cool stuff when we get in. What you will see outside of the training here is you'll see tracking up here, right, of your ads, kind of like that, what you guys are used to if you've been in Facebook. Any legacy ads that you have run prior in that paid experience, and the history of that is going to be below the training, right? And so you'll see your previously run ads. Any new ads that you run are going to be up here on this side, above the training. Okay. Best thing to do is hit this quick start. And while it's loading, I'm praying because nothing ever went wrong in a live demonstration. But we got everything here. Okay. So a little bit different layout. You saw that it kind of took us out into this platform here. And what you're going to see is a lot of colors. I love it. I'm super visual, right? What do I do? Where do I click? And so right off the bat, you're going to see that they've kind of templated and built little frameworks for y'all to just select the output or select what you want, right? It used to be that window and used to do these clickings. They're doing that already for you. And so you're going to see a couple of things where you'll see these bundles where, hey, I'm going to run it on Facebook and Instagram, right? The channel selection is now visual, and per packet, you'll see down here where it starts to have Google AdWords. And just Google AdWords, and you know what? Hey, Facebook, Instagram, and Google AdWords, right? So it's packaged a little different, and on each one, it has the concept of what it's going to do. So super simple, right? Listing, single image or video, listing, multiple image carousel, right? Non-listing, like if you've taken my class before, you know that there's tons of things that you can talk about, and you don't have to have a listing to run a Facebook ad. The blue denotes, and it says includes a Facebook lead form, right? So as you were walking through building your Facebook ads in the past, it was always highly recommended that you use the Facebook lead form, right? Because the client, the potential person that was scrolling and saw the ad, they're already in Facebook. So when that lead form from Facebook comes up and said, hey, leave your contact information, name and information, they're more likely to do that than if you drove them out of Facebook into your a certain whatever platform, and then a lead ask is there, right? They're highly more likely to input their information while they're still on Facebook. So that's this here. And or you still, hey, you get the choice. You might want to drive them to a landing page that's outside of that, and that landing page has a lead capture form. So right, so you see the blue Facebook lead form, and you'll see the landing page lead form in this yellow. And there was more. So again, right, what were we doing? Were we attracting sellers? Were we attracting buyers? Are we recruiting? And then, of course, you'll see this dynamic ads for real estate on the bottom. We'll talk about that a little later. But pretty simple, visual, lots of colors. I like it. And so the things on the left here, of course, different selections here, programs, branding, dynamic ad listing. So you might see getting started and asked to connect your Facebook account again, right? Watching that video, walking through it. I actually did it in preparation for this class. And so I totally, why would you not show us that? I should have disconnected and reconnected. But again, I think if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's really easy. So once you get connected, and if you have some issues with it, of course, right? KWHTech946@gmail.com. Ray Davis is here from Maui, KWRMtech@gmail.com. We're both here to help you all set up a time, and we can help you walk through this. Okay, so let's get to the fun stuff. Alan, what are we doing? We're doing a single image, multi-image, multi-listing. Give you the choice, my friend, but you're muted.
Let's do a listing then, if you're circling it. You're trying to send subliminals.
No, okay. Thank you, Alan. Yes, we're gonna do a single image listing ad. Cool. Okay. So a little bit different look than it was before, but same frame of mind. You work down the left-hand side, and on the right side is your ad preview. You can already see off the ad preview, you all, of course, have built fabulous Facebook business for your real estate business. Tip that might be just worth attending class today, the free class today. Make sure you're updating your Facebook business page. You're building it so you can launch an ad, but ultimately KW is finding that agents are building it to launch their ads, and they're not adding any content, or they're not updating any information, right? So if you are running ads, you are doing social media, hey, you know what? Make sure your social media has some new stuff in it, some fresh content, right?
Yeah, that's what I had to do too. I had to create a page. So off of my my Facebook, then I had to do like a real estate page and then run that ad.
Yeah, so make sure once your ad is launched, don't forget, work a schedule out, time block to make sure you're putting content on a weekly. And again, inside a command, you can schedule your social posts. So spend Sunday scheduling out your posts for the week, and then don't worry about it. Okay. So just a little tip that I heard, making sure you have content. Okay. So Facebook page, you're going to start at the top and go down. I still have a storage unit 10x7 full of geeky Star Wars and Marvel superhero stuff. I'm a huge nerd. If anybody wants to buy any memorabilia or trinkets from me, totally. But anyway, that's my business page that came up. Okay. Checking the chat. Awesome. Chat is awesome. Don't hesitate to unmute yourself and let me know what you all are thinking or if you have any questions. So please add your listings. This is going to be a little bit different. Of course, we're still pulling data from all across the country. So if we're using a listing and you don't have a listing, best practice is to ask, right? We're going to say, Alan, hey, if I would love to throw $30 at a Facebook ad to get more eyeballs on your listing, Alan, of course, is going to say, absolutely, right? Cool. So we've got to find it though. So in column filters, you can search by a specific address, listing agent, listing office. And so this is what I would do really simply to find it. Of course, you might have the address, but you can go to listing office name. Williams, Honolulu. Here are all our listings. And so you'll see too, there we go. Anybody in class? Load more. So you can scroll down. So again, the more specific your search was up front with maybe the address, the easier you find it. Be able to search by the listing agent as well and scroll and see as much as we got going on. Alan, would you mind if I threw $30 at your listing to get more eyeballs on your property? Select.
I actually just got an accepted contract today for it, so no need.
Congratulations.
So yeah, thank you, mahalo. But yeah, see if somebody else has one that's active and work theirs.
Who's in class? Who's in class?
The first one is me and Ray's, the one that just went live.
Yeah, use that one.
And that's why it pays to be in class. Done. So we got our listing, populates on the right-hand side. And again, we went single listing, single image. If you did a carousel, it would pull all the information from the MLS. Okay, targeting your audience. This is a little different, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. So targeting option, listing location, targeting a custom location. So before in the previous ad experience, you could select Honolulu, you could select couple A, expand your radius. You could then go on, we had to kind of go, hey, if you're looking for investors, where are investors coming from? Right. And we did a search in the referral applet. Hey, where are people coming from? Okay, let's target, that area in California. Let's target this area, right? We've had that example where the regional came, targeted an area around a military base in Kentucky. And by the end of the day, we had like almost 10 leads come in by the end of the day, right? And you could only target one place per ad. That's changed. You can target up to 10 locations in this one ad.
Oh, nice.
Right?
That's helpful.
So pretty cool stuff in here. So if we wanted to do beach, lay, Henderson, Nevada, because as much as they love it there, they miss just having a locally made spam musubi, right? Henderson, Nevada. All right. Media type, of course, we have our image, but then we can select the image that we want from the MLS, make that change, or you can upload a video, right? Text message, this is kind of fun, right? Personalize your ads messaging. And you see just by hovering in the box, we've got a little emoji and we got this little magic wand. if you all, by raise of digital hands, and not to name anybody or call you, but if you're super confident, like I am, to say, hey, I struggle with making content, and then I want to sit down, I'm going to write an ad, and then 2 hours later, I haven't written anything, or I've deleted what I written like 5 times and restarted, and then you just like, that's not my thing, right? This little magic wand is our AI experience, right? Change style. Do you want to be artistic, practical, vibrant, caring, emotional? I might try and have fun on these trainings, but I'm kind of a practical person, so I'm going to put practical. Just listed this beautiful new home in, and right, the merge fields are just pre-populating the data. Offers a perfect balance of luxury security, ideal for conscientious buyers. Oh, that's super practical. This property features an unbeatable price at X. And right, and you can edit that, because I don't know about you all. Sometimes you key to marketing maybe is to like leave them wanting more, clicking on the ad and getting in. You may or may not want the price in there. I just really want conscientious people buying this property, right? So you can change the style, you can do the edits here, you can, I kind of don't feel good about it, suggest with AI, and then you can have it refresh. Right, so all the things that we learned from Daniel Ulu's last class on AI, and all the things that you guys are probably doing already, leverage this thing, let it write for you. And from what I'm hearing, the ads that are written with the new experience using the AI, they're kind of generating a little bit more leads. That's what people are saying, right? So there could be magic and subliminal messages in the AI, what it's writing, but it's attracting more people to click in on the ad, and the agents that are using it are getting more leads. Okay, so you click and apply. And so again, the same thing like we're used to. Hey, here's the body text, here's the headline, address right now. You could have AI work on your headline. So super quick and easy. Post lead submission destination. Where is it that you want it to go? Where do we want this to go? If somebody clicked on the ad, where do we actually want them to land? Crystal, where do you want these guys to go?
I might make a separate landing page or to my main home search page, because that'll just already add them to my database, I believe.
That's totally well said. I'll give you your $20 after class. What do you to say that? Okay. Wanted to make sure I got the address. So where we want them to add, right? And we're saying, hey, learn more about this property. I'm running the ad. So, and if you're running the ad, you would have it go to your site, command site, or whatever site you're using. But I kind of want them to land on that property. Was that first one? 8726.
Yes.
Our faces are in the way. Sorry. There it is. Okay. So click in on that. Look at that. My website is forcing me to sign up on my, talk about nothing ever went wrong on a live demonstration. Hang on one second. Questions so far about AI, or thoughts about like how simple or streamlined versus what it used to look like?
Did you set it to pop up on the first click?
No, you know what? I have my website set up to populate on like the second property view. And because when this pops up for most websites, generally people, right, they either leave bogus information or they leave your site. So I've been leaving my site every time this pops up, and now it's telling me like, I know who you are and I want you to leave your information. Oh, wait. Wait, I'm going to give it one shot and then we'll move on. Darn it. Okay, so you're going to get your listing URL, and this is what it is. So we're just going to take that. Note to self, just do that the first time. All right. So go back to command, close all my windows that campaigns. There we go. Okay. So the destination is that URL of that specific listing. They click on learn more. You want them to see that. Lead settings. Now, lead settings, lead routes are going to be for teams, people on teams, right? When it comes in, as a rainmaker, do you want it to go to in a round robin to my agents? Do you want it to go to maybe somebody is sitting or on call that weekend and you want it to drive to that specific person, right? The other lead settings that are important to you all automatically assign tags to the lead as they come in from that open house or from that thing. So one of the tags I might want to use, Facebook ads. This came in through, right? Identifying, hey, this came in through a Facebook ad. You might want to do a address tag. I mean, whatever that looked like for you that you organize your database, because then create new tag. And I got an error message under our pictures, right? So thinking through that, saw that there was an error. If what I would do right now is I would open up a second screen, go back into my command, generate a tag through that window, making sure it's pre-existing, go in here, and then I could add it. But what does this look like as far as automatic identification when they come into your database, right? It could be that property address, because then as this thing sells, you know that those people are interested in that area, right? And you have another listing that pops up because Ray and Crystal with this listing are going to generate 2 more listings. And then now you can identify the people in your database that were interested in that specific one, right? And get them general information. So address, area, whatever that looked like for you, have the system auto tag it, and then you can have it then have a smart plan in place and have it automatically launch. So they click learn more, they get to see the viewing of the listing, and then they get automatically tagged, and some kind of communication that is already pre-built by you or pre-built by another agent that you're using, right, gets automatically sent to them as they hit your database. So I'm just going to say, well, just my agent site registration. So you would generate one. Hey, there are tons of Facebook follow-up smart plans inside of the library, right? That say, yeah, thank you for clicking on my ad. I don't know if you're 2 months or 2 years away from making a decision on real estate, but I'd love to connect, right? To learn more about your situation or whatever the thing said. And the smart plan is not just that one-off one, but you can find one that routinely and systematically reaches out to the people that clicked on your ad, giving you the time to know something is already going out and giving you the time to then call them at your convenience. Make sense? Talking about AI, I'm looking at the chat. I was like, oh, Ellen's AI was telling us it can help out. Magical stuff. Okay, compliance. DBA logo, default custom, select from media library. It's going to drive to your assets and then pull out, and you can get your logo, which I have. I'm not going to bore you guys with going through my files, but you're going to add your brokerage logo to that, right? And that'll pop on your ad. Include or don't include your ownership statement. Proceed to last step. How many of y'all signed up for class today and said Cary's going to talk about Facebook ads for like an hour, and we're on the last step and it's 11:30? That's how easy this is. I
I
was
think
like,
there was just
yes.
an error in the email, but I mean the URL in the beginning. Yep.
Good catch. So when you do copy and paste, it wanted to already pre-fill an HTTPS thing, right? So when you copy and paste, it duplicates. Good eye, right? And where the system won't let you make a mistake. Okay, proceed to the last step. Fix errors. Default. Cool. Okay, so it's just going to recap duration. How long do you want to run it for? What do you all think? What's a good duration for an ad, Facebook ad? Those of you guys that have run it before, like what have you seen? What are you feeling like is a good run?
A week.
A week?
Hmm.
What else? Anybody? Anybody have something different?
I do 5 to 7, depending like how late I am to the game, like if I didn't get my list, like I kind of eye like when my open house is, and like if I'm on it and I could get it like on the Monday before, then I am, but sometimes it's just not until like Thursday or Friday, for like an open house kind of one. And then what my strategy typically has been is like I'll get more impressions, so I'll spend a little bit more money just for the 3 or 4 days, just so more people see it.
Mm, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm
I
sorry,
would
I
give
got a
some
hell.
time for
Yeah,
for launching it and for approval. So that's why I used to do like a 3-day or
yeah. And I got a hele, so we'll see you guys. Mahalo. Sorry.
Thank you, Alan.
Yep. Bye.
So under here, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, right? So you've got to kind of play an A/B test, find out what works for you, right? There was a top agent during a workshop that was saying, "Hey, I run week-long runs, and then there's sometimes I just run it for like a month." And he has a budget for marketing, and he just runs it for a long time, and just to kind of have his name and face like scroll in front of people. So whatever your strategy is, definitely like work it and but typically, like what you guys are saying, 5 to 7 days to start. Um, once you publish, again, one of the cool things now is that they're kind of trying to push it out within 24 hours to get you guys that immediate, like we know you're sitting in open house on the weekend, we know you're doing it on a Friday, and so we're trying to push it out as soon as possible for you, right? But you schedule that time, you schedule the budget. I told Alan $30 we're recording. I can't throw $50 at this ad. I gotta be fair, right? I'll $30. But they'll let you do a slider here. I think my card just expired. After class, Crystal, I will redo this and throw $30 at a Facebook ad to get more eyeballs on your listing this weekend. And then you hit purchase.
I spent that much too, about 30.
That's pretty typical, right?
Yeah.
$30, 7 to 10 days. Again, I think people are getting more feedback, or it seems like they generate more leads with the AI written verbiage for
Yeah,
anything.
I like that.
That's
what I was
you
saying.
hit purchase now, and then we're done, right? And seeing this here again, like what does it look like? I'd probably go back and just maybe have the address in the headline and or just have maybe some of this 3 bed, 2 bath home thing and maybe work massage it a little bit visually, right? You can see what it looks like. I wouldn't want to see more. I would just want to have something that they could see right up front and then quickly get some kind of interest. Emojis. I love emojis in Facebook ads. Stop right here. This thing is on fire. You want to see this, whatever that looked like. Okay. As far as this ad setup, simpler. Those of you that have run ads before, digital thumbs up if you're not on camera. Like simpler, cleaner questions, thoughts. No questions? Like it?
I would just like reduce some words. Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally. I would totally make that a little bit more concise.
And they say like
Um,
it's good to not give too much information. So, you know,
I am
clickbait.
I am in agreement with that, right? You want them to click through to get an item or information of value, right? That trade-off for like clicking and then leaving your information with me is because then I'm going to make sure that you do get something of value. You do get that information that you're looking for. Um, so I mean, right? So it's super simple and it's really clean. If this says multi-image carousel for a listing, it'll allow you to pick a listing and it'll allow you to choose more pictures, right? Multi-listings, it would allow you to pull multiple listings. Like it's super clean, super simple. Um, non-listing for you all that maybe are just getting started in your business, building your brand. There are some tips and tricks or little images. Like if you created something in Canva, I'll say it in Canva, Tyler, or in Designs in Command, right? That said, hey, condos under $500,000 in town. Click to learn more, and you just created an image, put it that in a Facebook post, generate some buzz around that, right?
I've done that. I've done that on my stuffs like homes under 700K, and it takes you to the URL that shows all the homes under 700K. I think I learned that from one of the Tyler Shields class. So you can do that. You can create your search and then use that URL and use that as the what's called that page that it goes to.
Yep. Yep, exactly. There's so many resources. So like Tyler Shields does his business is built on his internet leads and his Facebook ads. Amazing, amazing class. If you all went to your Market Center's YouTube channel, there's a playlist called CommandCon 2022. And Tyler Shields spoke on it, and it's you can go to the timestamp where he teaches and he shows you a couple of examples of his ads and kind of speaks about what he does. And yeah, there's tricks here. One thing I do want to point out, this dynamic ads for real estate. It's a monthly reoccurring subscription, so it's a larger cost. Now, what that does is the listing, right? The listings are with the brokerage, right? So there's different trains of thought on it. I just want to make sure that we talked about it, right? Anything with the brokerage, the ERS, the exclusive right to sell is with the brokerage, right? The listing agent is doing their own marketing, generating their own leads and whatnot. But this dynamic ads is actually like pulling the listings of the brokerage and pushing it out through a Facebook ad, kind of like you would have for the individual listing or multi-listing. But then again, you know how we had to pick and find crystals or Allens, like this one is already tied to our office. So it's a little bit easier to have a multi-listing ad, though it is a monthly subscription. I will confirm what that cost looks like and we can chat about that. I haven't seen it run yet myself. I just want to make sure that you guys knew that that was an option and we can talk more about that. If you guys wanted to explore that, reach out to Ray or myself. And even Susan on the Big Island. And Susan, you let me know what people are asking and we'll make sure everybody has the information. Man, guys, that the last thing I want to point out is this is really, really cool stuff. Simple, easy, when you're in command. If you had any questions at all, where are we going? Somebody shout it out, put in the chat. Where are we going for information, how to do stuff? Because as much as I love you all when you guys email kwhcheck946@gmail.com, sometimes you're all like, Cary's not getting back to me. Don't wait for me. Right? Like if you're up because you can't sleep and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, don't email me at 2 o'clock in the morning. You could totally go to Connect. Ray's like, yep, go to Connect. So in Connect, you could type in how to do a Facebook ad. and you'll get walkthroughs, and you'll get other things to kind of help, right? The other crazy cool thing that I don't think we're using as much as we could, if you typed in playbook. These playbooks are getting updated all the time. Your office, if you do not already have one in your office, we're working on getting physical bound copies that you could come in and reference when you do your work, right? So you can find the digital copies here. And again, like this online leads playbook is already on version 4. How to host a seminar. Jason Abrams, if you guys have not heard Jason Abrams talk about your database and how to have a real truthful assessment on the data and the contacts in there, that this class is crazy. He's awesome. He's so cool. Online leads playbook. You go in there and they'll talk about like, hey, like what are the different sources? What would you want to consider in, as you launch and do some online leads? And so if you're getting started at building your business and or maybe refining and re-looking at your process, right, as the year is ending, hey, the ads I ran, they were all right, but maybe there's something I can look and refine. Like these playbooks are just a wealth of knowledge. And like Crystal said, so here's some ad spends examples. And like Crystal said, Tyler Shields was talking and there's examples. Sorry for just scrolling past all of this. There should be, I mean, in here, there's little examples and take a looking at what copy or what other people are doing. What is their return? Right? When we're talking about Facebook ads, we're talking about online leads. So case study, Facebook via command, advertise listings. They use the lead capture form. Emojis, the heart. I love that face. We're talking about real estate, right? That'll make you stop. Click for more info. Down pointing. Mountain home for under 400, but how much under 400? I would click on that, right? And total investment $30. Here's their impressions, clicks. They received 26 leads, $1.15 per lead. Generated 2 appointments, 1 client, and closed the listing, $12,000. So there's some data in there. Investigate what your return is, right? Know your numbers, know what's a good spend for you, investment of your time and your resources, right? You guys are all independent contractors and business owners, right? Don't just throw $30, $50 here and there. Hey, what is my return for that investment? Right? Take some time block for a look at that. And we have amazing leadership here that, between Christy, Chad, Sasha, Nicole, and Bill on the Big Island, like sit down and say, hey, I want to look at my business and these numbers and who can best help me with that. Cool. What could you do with $52,000? What's your home worth? Right? That is it for today, though, right? Facebook ads, the new experience, streamlined AI. Ooh, pushed out within 24 hours. If I had my card in there, I would have pushed it out. You can live edit. If you send it out, before you had to stop it, get the credit back, right? You can live edit ads now. So if you make a mistake or you're feeling like you're on a deadline, push it out. You can edit your thing live. You can then, once you stop it, they're not holding it in a little cached and then waiting for you to get credit. They're reimbursing you back right away. That's the other change in it. Bruno, if they don't fill out the contact form but click on the ad, does command capture the lead name from Facebook? The lead capture form is the thing that they fill out and then it'll pull as an automatic contact. So it might register as like a click on it, but it wouldn't capture the data per se. That's a great question. 3-second rule. Did I drop food on the ground and pick it up and eat it?
No, just when you're crafting your messages, remember there's like 6 billion things everybody's looking at, right? And they don't have time to read 3-bedroom, just give them the emotion and, you know, a brief description. Because you
Yeah,
have 3 seconds to capture their attention.
yep, absolutely.
Less is better.
Absolutely. Get them to click. That's the biggest thing. And make sure on the back end of it that you are providing, right, information of value. Reach out. When it comes to online leads, again, it's database building. They're anywhere. They are anywhere from 2 months to 2 years away from doing anything. They're usually and typically in an information gathering stage. And so you're not looking for an immediate win. You might get one, but another one of those case studies said they got the lead in through the ad, but it took them 2 years to convert the person before the person actually bought something. Right? So know the source, know where you're spending your money, and know the outcome, right? Again, internet leads, little lower conversion than maybe your sphere would be, people that already know, love, and trust you, but it's a great resource to build your database, have opportunity, and make sure that you're setting them up on some kind of communication as your name, face, and information on. Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate the time. Have a great Thursday, an amazing Aloha Friday, and enjoy the Labor Day weekend. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.